What's up? What's up? I'm HypeHype. I play games, make games everywhere, and today we're gonna be doing a bunch of game dev stuff. Like just, I'm working on like 3 or 4 different games, and just kind of getting into the swing of it. I've been playing games too, which is always great because one of the best things about HypeHype is playing games. I think it's a great way to learn how to make games, and with everything in HypeHype, remaking games, all that stuff, it just makes it easier, makes it more fun. But we're gonna be doing game dev stuff today because it's Tuesday, and let me know. I was thinking about doing a live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of Tuesday and Friday. I don't know. I'm still adjusting to the new time zone, but I've been working on game development, or a different game pretty much every day for the last, at least for the last week or so, which usually I won't do this. I'll do like more video editing, and I'm going live on TikTok too, so check me out on TikTok. But right now we're live on Happy New Year. Happy New Year, dude. Happy Chinese New Year. Year of the rabbit. That means things are gonna go fast. It's supposed to wear red, but I got red underwear. I think that works. Yeah, so what we're doing today, what's up? Got TikTok going as well. Yeah, doing some game dev. Yeah, so I've been working pretty much every day a little bit on a couple of different games that I've had slowly been working on, and yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is I find it sometimes to be a little exhausting in the best way possible, because I remember when all I wanted to do was just like work on making games, and now I'm literally spending every day trying to improve my games a little bit, and it's cool because like there was a time when I knew nothing. Oh, so this is bugging me right here. If we just look at the ball. You die very easily in this game I made. I forget when I made this game, but you die so easily. And I kind of liked it at first because I'm like, everyone should die. I don't know. But after I was watching this, I'm going to change this. So let's go to edit. What was I saying? Yeah, like, if we go back like 7 years, I wasn't making games. And there was a time where I was like just trying to figure out how to do something when it comes to making games. Like something like you're either making some games or you're not making some games, and there's nothing wrong with not making games. But when you start making games every day, you can build upon whatever you're learning, and that's kind of the big thing, is just building upon what you learn. So and I'm a slow learner. I would say I learn at my speed. I don't care about the speed of anything else. I just take my time, and that's cool. That's what I do. So looks like we got someone, a Great Panda, joining on the HypeHype app live stream. That's cool. He probably doesn't know that I'm live on multiple things, so hopefully he doesn't mind or say anything. Okay, I can't find that object. Oh, and there's a new update in HypeHype 2, Road H. Okay, so it's back over here. New update, a lot of features. Kind of totally meant to go over some of that first, but let's fix this up. Happy New Year. Or are you Digito? Yeah, I'm Digito. HypeHype, I'm noob is the best part. Yeah, I consider myself a noob as well. I mean, granted, I have years making games, but like in my mind, if you want to be a game maker, anybody can be a game maker. The days of like, yeah, we're in the future time, so like anybody can be a game maker, and yeah, what kind of games you make are up to you. Whether your game gets played 100 times, 1,000 times, the audience will tell. Like that's one thing I do enjoy about this like creative lifestyle is, in my mind, you no one ever knows what's gonna be a hit or a good game. Like, so I'm not trying to make like a hit game. I'm just trying to make games. I'm just trying to make some cool stuff. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't like it, then hopefully I can learn from it. So like this game, there's over 900, there's about 900 different people who've got ranking on the leaderboard. And I bet you they're all kind of pissed that they die easily. I know there's like some mechanic stuff. Basically, I want to raise this up a little bit higher, so let's just go ahead and grab it. Let's look at XYZ. Right now it's at a Y of 2.7, so let's go ahead and move it up. Oh, no, we're going to need to move everything up. Oh, undo. Tap and hold to select multiple objects. There we go, we got that saw, so let's go up to a 0, okay. So the Y is a little different because of it's in this container, whatever. Let's just move it to a Y of 1. Now I'm gonna have to still put the stuff on the side because right now it's floating. So we can just go ahead and, yeah, okay, so that's like way too high. Like I got it, like I want to do something cool with it, make it higher, but that's just too high. And I give you 10K. Oh, thanks, dude. 10K. I don't know what, like, I don't know what that means. I hope it's not money, man. Keep that money for yourself, because that's a, well, I guess it depends. 10K. I mean, money's always different everywhere. I'm in the Philippines, so 10K is a lot of money. I was 2 weeks ago. I was in Brazil, and I forget. It's funny how quickly I lose. Like when I'm in another country, I know what the currency is compared to the dollar. But you give me like 2 days in another country, and I already forget. And I was living in Brazil for like 3 months, and I think it was like 300 or 300. Oh, 300 was $10, or I don't even know, man. But here it's like 550 is $10. Yeah, okay, so you see how the ball bounces? Like, maybe I should just change the ball bounce. Let's move this back down a little bit over here. It was at 2.7, so let's try 2.5. And I think I do want to change the ball bounce. Let's just, it can get kind of complicated. There's so many different variables you can change when you're doing game dev. And one example is I'm trying to change the height of this. Next example is let's change the density of the ball. But where is the ball? Let's go to reset view, and there it is. Okay, and we got dynamic object, yes, bouncy light. So let's go to the visual materials. Nope, that's visual, that is physics. Let's take the bouncy light, hit copy, and we'll just put bounce. Where's it? Here we go. Keyboard, medium. And let's try this out. And we'll add a, so the density right now is like nothing. So let's add a 1.5. And maybe this will change the game drastically. Let's see. Okay, so the big thing is those saw blade things in the middle. Okay, I think I'm digging it already. Saw blades are a little bit higher anyways. Oh, and game is looking good. Go over that spike. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I like the, and we can still get over this spike. Look at that. So now the gameplay is, oh crap. Still gotta watch out for it. That's okay. I think this is an improvement, and that's what we're doing here. It's kind of stuck. I'm gonna save it. Let's hope it doesn't bug out. Let's save. Confirm. And give it a second. Hey Sim, I give you 10k. Sim, Brazil, Portuguese. Eu falo pouco português, although lately everybody speaks English here, which is great. Post. I want to post this. Man, I took an hour to set up for this live stream and I forgot my link. That's okay. It's just over there and I can get it in a second. So one cool thing I do like about this has been out for a while, but you can see recent versions. So here we got 65% play start. Oh man, I wish I could zoom in on some of this. Success rate 225%. I'm not sure how that works because usually 100% is like a maximum playtime. We got people who played over 24 hours, average frame rate. This stuff is important to pay attention to. Again, this data started on November 1st, 2022. But what really I want to look at here is the version history. We can see I made like an update. Oh yeah. I was at the immigration office and I took out my iPhone, and you can do GameDev on your iPhone. And I believe I set up the new login screen because that's, you know, that's like where it's a cyberpunk rush. That's a cool thing. You can just do that. So let's go and take a look at the new update stuff that we got going on over here. And feedback. Nope, that's okay. Release notes. Now is this like the beginning? Yeah, here we go. Full change log. I think I actually opened up the and let's go wiki.hypehype. It's got to be here somewhere. Release notes. This app is in beta and they're making it better every day, unlike the New York subway system, which gets worse every day. So this is like going in the opposite direction. Although I do miss the subway system. Although I would take a kick scooter around here in Manila. I take a scooter. I went to a co-working office today. I took a scooter back. It was $1.15. That was amazing. Yo, what's up, Coach? Welcome to the stream. Release notes. Let's take a look. And yeah, here we go. So we got Hello Hypesters, happy to release a new quality of life update. This update improves both the play and creation experience. So they got some new tutorials. Definitely kind of want to check that out. Oh, look at this bottom bar before, after. You know, when it comes to basically every update, I always like the before, but change is inevitable, and I could tell you that I could see the little change is inevitable. So that's okay. But eventually, sometimes I get used to it after, and I don't even remember the before. But that's kind of what happens when you know, they're making it better. So here we got the bottom bar. Okay, so that's a cool thing. And then here's this link style editor. You can make curved or straight lines. I honestly prefer curved. I think curved is the default. But if does anybody care about the straight? You know, I mean, when it comes to doing all this stuff, we have a button going to a switch node that has it going into a math operator. So the thing about this is if you know how to like do your own functions and stuff like that, then this is probably something you want focused on in terms of curved or straight. Yeah, new background grid. I'm kind of, you know, I'll be again, I really like the dots that they had before, but before they had the dots, There was nothing. And I've been playing around today for a couple of hours with the new background grid. It's nice. It's nice. We're gonna see a little bit more of it when we go into doing some game development because I have so much I need to do. I have like multiple games. I'm like working on like four, I think like a couple of different games. Um, I don't know. I, it's nice because I find myself spending a couple of hours on one game, getting exhausted, and then I'll be like, let's go to another game. And even now, I'll take time and I'll just play games. So this logic sheet, this I think is really cool. I think there's ways they could kind of even make it look a little bit cooler, like with this like gray area over here. But this is cool. This is cool to see. And the great thing is you can go into any previously made games and check this stuff out. So also we got some new nodes. This is for advanced people out there. I'm kind of a beginner. I do small stuff slowly. I like to go at my own speed, and I do kind of feel like when you have a beard like mine, you can go at your own speed. People may want you to go faster or whatever, but yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think, you know, always try to push yourself. It is the year of the rabbit, so I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. Okay, new powerful node combo. Okay, so it's the node combo, which allows complex interaction between objects. Think of interfaces as expanded broadcasters. They can set up multiple different values to the target and even receive values back. We'll update the interface wiki page soon for more information. So basically, that's kind of advanced for me. Although I have been doing this thing where when I have questions, I just try to like write a note on the side for me so that I can then later ask during a live stream, official HypeHype live stream. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like not guilty, but bad, like asking questions, but I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but I do. But I whatever. Okay, new assets over 300. Okay, undo, redo inside the formula node. Now you can undo and redo inside the formula node. Useful when you accidentally mess up your formula. Oh, that's cool. I don't write formulas because that's some advanced stuff, but that's great. Over 300 models, including Japanese village, dungeon environment, gears, and more. I really like that. I'm down with that. We get some Korean villages. Is that's too specific? Okay, I like it though. Happy New Year. We got the Chinese New Year. I don't know if it happened like 2 days ago, but it was a big deal here in Manila. Hypes now change to landscape when play button is pressed if primary orientation has been set to landscape. Ah, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't know about that. I like that. I like that because but then what if you want to play a landscape game in portrait? What happens then? I guess you play it in landscape because that's how the the creator decided. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Okay, show profile icon only if hype is not made by the playlist creator. Okay. Only show unlisted draft status when creator is editing the playlist. Multiplayer find alternative session or host it yourself if the session had already ended when you open via link, push, or invite. Oh, that's cool. Editor added logic node sheet for better organization. Also execute object storage, internal. Okay, cool. I think there was I want to say all right, well, let's just do some editing here. What's the game I'm working on? So this is a cool one. I'm working on this one. And I'm gonna try to get help with the touching of the buttons. So we got, I set up a UI, so tap, which then I feel like I should have it do something, because like right now it just, but so here, so the tapping isn't like perfect. Not sure why. Oh, but I like this. I like this game. Like, I could get everything to move on the first tap. That would be ideal. I wonder. Let's play around with that. Let's go to edit. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to create a brand new. Testing. This is like brand new, so anything I do here, auto load save from. That shouldn't be there because this is brand new. But whatever, I'm hit OK. And what did I wanted to mess with? So right now, let's find this object. And we've got a bunch of numbers, so let's go here. Okay, so here we can see, here are the new setups. Really cool. And again, we got the grid. If it was like a neon grid, that would be cool. Make it more cyberpunk. Something to think about. But okay. So what I'm trying to think here is so the biggest thing is the object is kinematic. Now, I have it that the object is kinematic, and when you touch the object, it then becomes dynamic. But changing the material from one physical type to another seems to have some kind of issues. So I'm thinking of my soccer game where I have and the main reason I want the objects to be kinematic is so that if you take a dynamic object and you smash it up against a kinematic object, it doesn't move the kinematic object. The dynamic object instead moves. Like that's the main reason I have that set up. Right. So I'm trying to mess around. Maybe if I just kept everything dynamic, but increase the density. But yeah, let's try that. So let's go here. And I feel like this is a lot of what I do when I'm just like messing around. I'm just slowly trying to learn how all the different little pieces work. So we want to go to physics. And let's see what it's currently set to. Default. Okay, so it's set to default. Oh, but it doesn't matter because it's such kinematic. So let's go ahead and set it to dynamic. Let's go to default diff. Let's see how that works. So you see how things are just moving? Like this is the problem if everything is dynamic. It's just like that moving. I mean, it is kind of cool. That is kind of cool. And again, everything's a learning tool, yada yada. Like we're all trying to learn how everything works, and maybe, you know, like this could be the game. I could have this be the game. Oh, come back here. It's so much more smoother when everything just works on the first touch. Well, does it? No, it doesn't. Not quite. Okay, so let's go here. Let's just mess around with this. So on touch, dynamic. We don't need this. Okay. We don't need to change the physical element because again, this is a brand new hype. So it's setup, good. But you can see how things just kind of like, they get a little too tangled. And you can just move like that. I don't want this. Let's go here. What is it? So it's a dynamic stiff, I believe. And again, this is just kind of like a testing environment. Yeah, that's honestly the way to look at it. The testing environment, default stiff. Let's boom. Density. If something has a high density, that usually means it's not moving. I mean, look at that. That clearly is moving. So it's not perfect. Need to get this back here. Again, this could be a game. Like half of making a game is just playing around with the game that you're making. I know what I would like it to do, and obviously we'll try to get it to do that. But the main thing now is to appreciate how everything is. Oh, look at that. We just made that disappear. Like everything moves with a single touch very easily, so that's great. But I think we need to mess with like movement slowing. Let's go ahead and grab this wiki page. And let's take a look at some of the physical materials. Oh, better than that. Overview. Where is it? Where is it? Looking for physical objects. Okay, have I just like not been in this for a while, so I don't know how to find anything? Crap. The wiki is a great place to go to learn a lot of the basic steps, and they're going through it all over here. Where? Let me just type in physics or what? Physical? Yeah, horrible handwriting. Physical. Is it physics? Physical material. I just would love a deeper explanation. I don't know if they have it for everything. Yeah, so like movement flowing. I don't really know what that means. I understand bounciness. I understand friction. Oh, here we go. Density is the weight, bounciness, friction. Higher value is more friction. Movement slower. Higher value is more resistance. So we want more resistance, I think. Higher value is more resistance. So let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this up to like 0.5. That's just kind of a lot if it was at 0.0. Let's try this. Okay, so we can already see this is moving, so that's... Oh, look at that. Everything's just exploding. Again, we could make this kind of a game, which, you know, I might do. So like, look how it moves like this. That's not good. So like if I go here and I select physical and we go to like default, like you can see how this stays pretty much with the finger, like here, like it stays with it. But if we move the stiffness up, I mean, these are just small things that I pay attention. Like, look at that. That's not good. That's not good. Physical material, default stiff. Let's go back here. Go ahead, divide these back by 10. That's better. I feel like I don't like the way it's moving, man. Let's just change it to another object. Let's go heavy. So we can see it's still moving. Do this, so that's good. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to this object. I kind of like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it. We'll call it heavy-ish. So I like to make copies of what I'm working on just so I always have the original in case I need to go back to it. Physics, heavy-ish. Wait, I'm gonna make sure this is set to heavy-ish, okay. Physical, heavy-ish. So I'm gonna remove the bounciness because I don't think we need it. Go ahead and increase this by 1, make it heavier. So I think the slow moving. So I think the more resistance is causing everything to kind of like follow. Like here, like this. See how it's like a little bit behind if you go too much. Everything is just going all over the place. Do this. Wait, I mean, yeah, no, 0.1 is less than 0.5. I guess this is still a little bit like that. Let's see what else we got to mess with in this physical. This is where it's also nice to ask someone who knows all the ins and out. Movement threshold, sleep threshold. This is what this is. Adjust how gravity affects the material based on global gravity set in the ground settings. Okay, so there should be no gravity. I think I turned that off. Movement, sleep threshold, higher value sleeps more easily. So I think we want sleep. It just means it stops moving. Increases the friction, increases the friction. Do we want friction or no friction? I always adjust the friction differently based on which way the object is moving across the surface. Physical material can also be managed via physical node of any object. Tap the physical material parameter to open the menu. Okay. Right. Did I want higher or lower? I forgot. Increase the friction. Movement threshold higher means it sleeps faster. So sleeping is actually a good thing. Let's remove the gravity multiplier. I don't think there's any gravity, so. Like, it's weird that this just moves. It must just mean that the, like, it, like, nothing is even happening other than the camera is being moved. Oh, you know what? It's probably this gravity piece. Yeah, I mean, this does make a cool, interesting game. Like, I could make a game out of this for sure. And then maybe have these, like, move around and you have to, like... Oh, I lost some of those pieces. I mean, it is kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Did we say we wanted this to be higher or lower? I can't remember. Sleeps more easily, so higher. So this is at... Let's see if I can add 1 to both of these. Again, everything just moves. Like, why is it moving? But the nice thing about this is how everything just moves when you touch it. Oh, you know what would be cool if I had a zoom in, zoom out. But let's one thing at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Notice, look at that when I like let go. Like, this is the movement threshold. Like I would want it to stop moving, but there's something causing it to keep moving. Oh, stop! Don't disappear. I mean, this is kind of a puzzle game in a 3D space, which is obviously amazing. Not technically the design I'm going for, but I could always make a game out of this. But first, let's try to get what we want. Okay, so like that could be a good thing that it keeps moving even though I don't want it to. And we lost it. There shouldn't even be a ground in this. There is no ground. Let's make sure there's no ground. Ground. 0. No, ground empty. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like that shouldn't disappear. Where did that go? Like it shouldn't disappear. I go like this. Here we can see it for a while. And then it disappeared. Well, whatever. We're trying to work on the physics here. Reset view. And yeah. So I'll literally just spend hours messing with the physics. So it's like a slow but steady progress. Let's see. This was heavy-ish. It can get a little boring, which is why I mix it up with basically everything else. Did I have this set to 1 before? Let's move this to 0.1. I like to make sometimes big changes or like medium amount of changes to see what happens. So we can see that these still get pushed out, and moving the camera causes everything to like explode, which is kind of weird. So okay, let's go here. Now I'm just gonna select this and select the size, and let's go ahead and make it smaller by like 0.9 everything. So technically they won't even be touching each other. Now what's okay, so it looks like making the changes here does not affect the changes here. If that's okay, because we can do this. We can go ahead and select this. And here. Oh, but it like changed it all together, which is just gonna make, yeah, see, it still causes the same thing to happen. Okay. I think there's a way to do it. Think about this. But what I'm not sure is, you see how if everything on the inside is causing it to push it out, if they're all touching each other. Okay, is this size still? Yes, it's 0.9. And I guess I can. What if we change it one by one? What does that do? Oh, wait, you can. Yeah, that's what we want. I think there's a way to do this here. There's like select similar objects. Same size. Okay, undo. So I don't mess with this much. So let's try it now. Select a similar object. There's 27. 9 times 3. And okay, we got the headphones going. Okay. I think some of the objects are just like different XYZ coordinates. Yeah, I don't think that's working. What do we got? The cube. So the cube inside that controls the camera movement. Oh, and I remember there being a conversation about dynamic objects having no physics if nothing is affecting it. So I think that could be a thing. What up, Phil? Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to mess with some physics here. Let me see what the. So I have another game. And let's see what this physics is. So this object is a bouncy, no gravity. So let's go in here, physics. Here we got the movement slowing set to 1. I think maybe that might be interesting to try. So let's go physics, heavy-ish. Set this to 1. Go 5 in there. Bouncy, we don't want friction. Maybe we do want. Let's try 1. And I'm just copying what I have in my additional 0. 0. Oops. Advanced, here we got a 0.05. Oh, that doesn't matter. And here it looks like these are set to 1. So just to show the effect in this game, so these are dynamic objects, but you can see it just stays still. I mean, this like 1 score. Game I made for the football game jam, but you see how it moves? Like we don't want that. Okay, let's just see what it looks like in this. Okay, so notice that this is not moving out like it was before. These don't move so easily, which is kind of great. Like they still do move a little bit, but it's not so much that yeah. I think this could work. So it's a little bit slow, like I don't like that. Maybe we can play around with that. I will be getting tea, so give me a second. And while we wait, go ahead and save this as physics test. And we got somebody making a game. I'll be right back, and you just need to get a drink. And we're back. That was easy. Okay. And check out and see what other people are making live, which is always cool. It's like I'm on a live stream watching someone else make something live. It's a thing. What's up? Almighty Flexico. Okay, dude's got a gun. That's cool. There's some cool gun games. All right, back to playing with physics. This is the test. Hit edit. Play this. So I like that everything doesn't move so much. I mean, it does kind of move a little weird. But maybe we can finesse that. Let's go physics, heavy-ish. Copy that and go back to this one. I'm gonna move this to 0. I don't know what rolling friction does. The fact that that kind of pops out does bug me. Oh, and look, so when you move around, everything's not floating. I mean, it kind of sort of is. Maybe that's the density. Let's move the density to 1. Let's see how that works. Again, we got that being. Like, what is this? Why does it get pushed out? Is it just because everything is touching each other? Nothing likes to be in the middle. Oh, wait, what's going on over here? Okay. Okay, so let's see. We got let's move this to movement slowing to 0.5. Everything is still kind of, it doesn't follow directly. I think that's the, I think that's this. Let's move this to 0.1. Again, we're just messing around and hoping that maybe something makes sense. Again, it's still kind of slow. Oh wait, did I change the wrong? I think I did. Physics. Okay. Everything is still kind of staying still. I mean, this does work. You're not moving the cubes too far. I do wish that they were like... Yeah, you see this? This is like... It drags behind. I don't like that. I think that's maybe this. Let's divide that by 10 and divide that by 10. Oops. It's still kind of staying in place. That's good. This always comes out. That's changed, that's changed. So this movement slowing is the one thing that hasn't really changed. And that, I think that's the big one. With the movement slowing also, Let's see if I multiply this stuff. Okay. So the high movement slowing causes everything to expand, which is cool. And it also keeps everything basically in tune to where you touch. But as we can see, everything is just getting way out. So let's try a 0.5. Then remove. Everything is, oops, I just lost that one. And I could create a wall to keep everything in and have it balanced. This is good. This gives us a better understanding of how all the physics is working. So yeah, what we're doing here is we're just learning about the physics. And trying to make this thing. Cool. So 0.75, 0.5, and then we got friction. Maybe add more weight. No, let's try to double the friction. Again, let's move it around. Everything is expanding. I mean, the upside to this is the touching of the cubes is just super smooth. Like, I really like it. Let's see what moving this up does. So when I move around, you can see everything's just exploding. Again, I could just make this be kind of the game and have like a wall set around it, which I might do. And then I can even just have the cubes, the black cube be moving around, and then your goal is just like figure it out. Because the movement of this is great, or the movement of how the cube is great. And yeah, some of these get way out there. Oh, don't lose it. Like, how am I supposed to get this dude back? Even up? There's no way he's coming back. So all the objects are set to drag camera, which means depending on how the camera is looking at the object, it'll affect the XYZ value. Whoa, come back. Oh. Yeah, I'll need to make like some kind of invisible wall. Was I covering everything? Oh, look at that. That was cool. I did like that very much. What's up? What's up? Phil. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out, man. So we got the movement slowing. Let me just read more about the friction, see if I'm not missing anything. Dynamic object is when hype, so not moving, they go to sleep. Effectively turning off the dynamic physics properties. But the properties turn on if another objects collide with that object, which is often what is happening in this case. So, I mean, I guess there's just a couple of things I need to think about. It's like, one, ideally, they don't move, but from my experience, having the physical types of the kinematic on touch, changing it to dynamic, it's not smooth. It's not smooth. And personally, I don't like it when the gameplay is not smooth. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like that. And here, let me save it, and I can just show the difference between smooth and not smooth. This is a physics test. So smooth is when you touch the cube, it moves like this. It moves like this. The touch on this is just beautiful. It's just like it's a hot mess. Oops, it's a hot mess, but it works smoothly. Whereas in where I have it set to kinematic on touch dynamic, it's just not smooth. So again, nothing is moving. That's great. We like this, but then when you want to go touch an object, like you see it didn't. Like I have to. You have to touch an object twice. Didn't work, so it's now activated, and now I can touch it. It's like one touch to activate, and then you can move it. So it's not smooth. You see that? You have to touch it twice every time. I don't like that. I don't like that. I would rather have a game more like this. Why does that always come out that way? Like, let me go in here and let me edit, mess with these guys. Area pick, get that lined up. Boom. Area pick. I'm just gonna select you. Literally make you smaller. Just like this one. I don't even think anyone would notice. I mean, I can make it literally 0.95. But it's smaller. And if these dudes are like floating out, I'm gonna be pissed. They should not be floating it out. They're not even touching anything. Each other anymore. Okay, play. Dude. Okay, let's go reset view, and maybe I just selected the, yeah, like what is, why are you coming out? Maybe I need to make all of the middle ones. He's not even touching anybody. And they go all over the place, but the touch is smooth, man. All right, I think maybe let's see if we can do more friction. Got a lot of friction. I would think more friction means it doesn't move so easily. I also want to set it up so that when you touch an object, there is a lighting effect. Alright. Not sure the best way to do that. Okay, so we increase the friction here and everything just moves. Let's see, let's check out the density, let's move it up. It's weird to me that the camera movement causes everything to move. Oh, you know what it is? There's an object in here. That's what it is. Let's go inside. Where are you at? Go inside. The logic on. There it is. Let's make it an unmovable, and then we're just gonna make sure it's a sensor. Okay, so now nothing's. Oh, wait, did that move because I touched it? Yo, okay, I think I'm happy with this. So yeah, the one thing, okay, I'm gonna save this immediately because I'm digging all of this. Yeah, I guess I had the object inside that controls the camera set to, I mean, it didn't have any physics, but clearly it had physics if it was causing everything to move. I like how everything touches, how everything moves smoothly. Not sure how I should have the endpoints, but I can figure that out later. Yeah, digging the process. And you need to come back over here like this. Okay, let's hit play again, and notice how everything doesn't move, but if you like touch it, then yeah, you can move it. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna save it right now, and I think I'm gonna go into the other container as well. Well, I guess, I mean, I should remember this. Okay, so that was big. I'm gonna go over this again. What I did was, before it had no physics, but apparently it had enough physics to cause it to move. And now it definitely has no physics. You guys notice things are not moving. And then if you touch an object, you can still like move other objects. Maybe let's play with the density now, because everything that I was doing before was being affected by the object in the middle, and I didn't know it. I just thought it was like some random unknown. Let's put this to 1. Let's see if this is good or bad. I like where it's at now, honestly, though. Okay, so you see how it's super slow? That's not cool. Let's try 0.1. Maybe it moves even better. 0.5 worked pretty well. Again, things are not moving everywhere. But I think the biggest issue is like if you touch, yeah. So that's where you don't want this. That's where you want this to be at least, maybe 0.75. Let's try that out. It's better. Okay, and I don't think we want bounciness. Let me see. Let's try no friction. I think no friction is actually bad. Not too bad. Let's see no friction. Okay, so that, and then let's try a lot of friction. I like to test with extremes, like one end to the other end. I don't know, I feel like a lot of friction moves more. You know what? I don't actually see a difference. Alright, so let's just go ahead and move this to 2, because I can't really see if there's a difference. Additional sleep threshold. I think this means it goes to sleep faster. Let's check out the Wikipedia. Okay, I think we want higher. Let's just move it to the max. Mess with it. And there's still a movement to it. We'll have good control of the cube, which is nice. And you can still hit the other objects. Alright, they still kind of float a little bit too much to my liking, but honestly, we're making huge. Like, I didn't think I'd get to this. Like, this is what I was kind of hoping for when I was originally designing this game and made all this stuff. It's like a 3D. It's like a 3D world that you move around and just, yeah, I'm digging this. Digging this. Okay, so let's go back and yeah, I'm gonna move this to 1. Test it. I think that's okay. I think let's see what the advance. Let's divide these by. See if I notice any kind of big difference in how they move in the world. Okay, so it kind of seems like it's got a, maybe that's too much. And friction, let's see what it says. Increase the friction of rolling objects. Increase the friction of spinning objects. Adjust the friction differently based on which way an object is moving across the surface. So friction usually slows an object down if it comes into contact with another object. If there is no other object and it's just floating through space, no friction would cause it to keep moving, whereas in some friction would cause it to stop. So because these objects are floating through space, I think I'm just gonna try to increase the friction. Oh, but then we have rolling friction over here, so let's just turn that up. Let's just turn it all up. Oh, now everything's like moving super fast. You see that? We almost lost this one. Gravity multiplier up. Messing with this now. I don't think this is doing anything. Let's just move everything to 0. You know me, I like to test high and lows. I do like how everything is coming along though, that's for sure. But I also think I would always like how everything's coming along, even if it like wasn't coming along great, I'd be like, oh, that's great. One thing I am noticing is we got the sunlight coming down on top of it. I like the way these objects look. Okay. I can't really tell the difference. That's interesting. So I will need to probably set some kind of camera or a box around this object so that things don't fly away. Just how gravity affects the material based on global gravity. So there is no gravity. Like, does it have an effect? Like this. It turned off gravity. I don't know. This is 1. We'll just put these to 1. Let's turn that into there. Okay. Let's move this. Okay, I like that. And I'm not able to change it. I think there's a bug. I'm gonna save this before anything. We don't lose the settings. And I think I'm gonna keep this. Make a little bit more tweaks. Physics. Nope, not that one. Okay, so it's not letting me adjust this, so let me go ahead and exit out. Get back in here. Fail to create session, okay. It looks like something got bugged. So let's go to physics. The file looks decent. What was the anthropic, popic, body, ladder, lopic? Increases friction of spinning objects. Well, none of these things are spinning. Maybe I can make them spin. Increase the friction of rolling. Let's see how it looks if they spin. Actually, I'll be curious. Like, I don't think that's the effect that I'm going for in the game, but who knows? Okay, so here we go. This limit the turning stops it from turning, but I don't even think. Yeah. Okay, so look at that. That looks kind of. It almost feels like everything's going in slow motion a little bit. Yeah, I don't like this effect. It is interesting to see though, that's for sure. I think the trick is to just move it. I look how everything's like kind of dragging behind. I don't like that. Like that feel. I don't like the way that feels. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn that back on. Divide that by 2. What if just like this? Let's go. Yeah, look how everything keeps moving. Let's try. Forget what float was set to. That one moves weird. Let's go to default as always. Look how that keeps moving. Let's try the original heavy. Nope, I knocked those out and they keep going. It's default stiff. Let's try to see what that one looks like. So it does look like this is the best one. Okay, so I'm gonna save it, and I think, yeah, this is great. This is kind of the small improvement that I was going for in terms of having it so that you can just tap an object and it moves. Originally, I wanted the other objects to not move, but you know they're not moving so much here that it like they're scattering, and the ease in which you can touch an object and move it is really important. And I think you can see, like, look at that, you need multiple objects too. That's it. How many objects can you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, this is so 5. 5 objects at once. Like, that is so advanced. It's kind of awesome. Okay. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this stream. I'm gonna be working on this game. Just trying to make more simple, like hyper casual games. I feel like the less pressure, more fun. And this one was originally kind of based off of this game called Tap Away, which is a different kind of game, but it's got some similar mechanics. Yeah. So thanks for hanging out. Until next time, I'm HypeHype. Stay safe out there.